Hey, peace, world. Thanks for pressing play on another Pay Me No Mind sports and entertainment video. I'm the creator here, Wood. Please go check out www.bitedownboxing.com. A couple pieces out there for some of the action this week. Didn't get the one that I thought about it, but um, man, it seems like the advertising for this Arizlandi. Why I keep saying that Austin Trout and Terrell Gaucher. Seems like the advertising on that one has been minimal. But I don't have cable, so and all my sports channels are in different places, so that's partially on me. But I do listen to Fox Sports Radio, and I don't believe I've heard one ad on there for that fight. But great job by the Toronto Raptors last night. Fred Van Vliet, a lot of good shooting in the from deep in the second half. Uh, they take one, you know, in Milwaukee, and things get pretty interesting. Milwaukee hadn't lost three games in a row all year, I believe, is the stat that's out there. Correction from yesterday, I said that the female act or the actress from The Shy, who plays the girlfriend of Jason Mitchell's character Brandon, her name is not Tiffany Young, it's Tiffany Boone. Tiffany Boone. So I wanted to clear that up real quick. Um, but yeah, it's gonna make things interesting for. I don't think the Raptors can show up every game, and but I don't know if I favor either team or I have a preference between either team moving on to meet the Golden State Warriors. I think both teams. Again, one of my things that I've been saying for years with the NBA Finals is it's difficult for a team to get there and win it in its first year, and especially to win it without having true superstars or real proven guys. And Toronto, while they play good team defense, um, they got to figure out who's going to be the second guy every night. With Milwaukee, um, it'll be odd if they don't make it through these last two games. If they don't force a game seven, and then if they would lose a game seven on their home court, that would be pretty interesting. But again, maybe it's just a little lull that they've hit, and maybe they come out and get these last two games by wide margins, and they go into uh, the finals, you know, on a positive note with good momentum. What else was there? What else? Big holiday weekend. Still continuing on with my 10-day cleanse. What was this, day 5? Saw some good news on that scale this morning. Um, almost yeah, just good news. Just I'll leave it at good news. Better than yesterday's. So quick boxing note, man. I read the piece yesterday. It was probably on boxingscene.com. As all boxing fans, I'm sure, tend to visit. Um, Eddie Hearn was asked, I guess, about you know, where would they be with trying to negotiate the big fight between Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua after next Saturday? And I guess it was a tweet. That's what it was from Michael Benson. And Eddie Hearn and I believe he was talking to IFL TV, but he just said that he thought there was an invitation out there to Deontay Wilder, and that he was hopeful that even after the fight, that there would be a chance to get those two guys in a room alone, and to hash this thing out. And this it's kind of BS because you think it's your promotion. You either invited him or you didn't invite him. And furthermore, if you want to get the fight done, it seems like you would send a real formal invitation, and maybe pick up pick up some of the travel, pay some of the freight to get him there. I think if we want to go into it's a new day, you know, wipe the slate clean, as they say, and start with negotiations from today, then you should do things markedly different. We know that the fight was out there where Deontay tried to go to, the what was that the Parker and Joshua fight, and he was told he couldn't get in the ring. We know all the BS from the years past, but again, here's a moment where you can drastically change and drastically improve how talks and discussions have went, and let's take advantage of that. And for this right here to sit here and make this BS comment, I think an invitation. How do you think? It's your show. How do you think? And then, on the other hand, Wilder, I think it would be, it would be a good sign for those of us that are watching to see you accept that invitation and go there and see how things play out. But if you have better things to do, I guess coming off a big camp and a big victory. I saw some reports of a $10 million purse is what's coming out as what he was paid for that fight. 1.2 or 1.5 for Dominic Brazil. If you're satisfied with your work to this point and you're off to vacation or take a break and you don't want to show up, I think that'd be kind of a wasted opportunity, but that's just me. Again, I think both sides need to put aside the posturing and the BS for a moment and really and keep it funky for just a second and see if this fight can really get made or not. There's also reports out there that the Luis Ortiz rematch, the rematch with Luis Ortiz is moving forward. And I think that would be unfortunate, honestly. It's not like Luis Ortiz has gone on and done a bunch of highlight reel stuff since that fight, since the first fight. So to come back here now, I don't know how you what's the basis, what's the premise for the rematch. He had you hurt in the 7th round and you stopped him in the 10th or whatever. Case closed. I mean, you don't get I let it slip away. Nobody wants to see that. So, again, I think both sides can step things up, negotiate with each other. I can't even think of the phrase. Good faith, negotiate in good faith, start from scratch, wipe the slate clean, and have the first, be in the same room. That's how Pacquiao and Mayweather got it done. Reportedly, was them two talking. So, like I said, I think this presents a good opportunity. It's coming off a great win by Wilder. We see what happens next Saturday with Ruiz. If it's a stoppage or something similarly destructive or whatever, it'd be a great moment, for both guys to sit there and kind of sort this thing out, get it figured out. So look, man, I'm not gonna ramble on. Like I said, man, I'm just hoping for the best for everybody, and that's not a good sign. This comment that came from Eddie Hearn. That's really not a good sign that we still haven't learned from the past. So let me get on out of here, man. Have a great long weekend. You don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great.